Welcome to the story world.
In a forest lived a fox named Finnegan. Finnegan was notorious throughout the forest for his mischief and cruel behavior. He took great pleasure in tormenting weaker animals and birds. All the inhabitants of the forest, Clarabelle the cuckoo, Percy the parrot, Willow the weaver bird, Casper the crow, were extremely troubled by Finnegan's antics. Finnegan's favorite pastime was to throw stones at any bird's nest he saw, destroying it. Many birds tried to reason with him, pleading with him, but it had no effect. On the contrary, he enjoyed seeing the birds despair. Many elderly animals tried to explain to Finnegan the fox that it was not good to torment anyone without reason, but he was not ready to listen. His misdeeds continued to increase day by day. One major reason for Finnegan's arrogance was his father's position. His father was a doorman in the court of the lion, the king of the forest. Because of this, some animals were afraid of him and silently endured his excesses. They felt that if they protested, Finnegan's father would complain to the king. Of all the animals, Finnegan was most angry with Clarabelle the cuckoo. Clarabelle was known for her sweet voice, but she was not one to tolerate injustice. Once, when Finnegan was bothering a baby rabbit, Clarabelle the cuckoo publicly scolded Finnegan, calling him ignorant and dim-witted. Finnegan could not tolerate this insult. From that day on, he was looking for an opportunity to take revenge on Clarabelle so that he could inflict more pain on her. When it was time for Clarabelle the cuckoo to lay her eggs, she made a plan for her safety. Cuckoos often lay their eggs in crows' nests, and Clarabelle the cuckoo also laid her eggs in Casper the crow's strong nest.
She thought that Finnegan would destroy her nest, but might leave Casper's nest alone. But unfortunately, Finnegan had overheard Clarabelle and Casper's conversation while hiding behind the branches from a distance. He had found out that Clarabelle had done this, and now he understood how he could cause Clarabelle even more pain. After listening to Clarabelle and Casper's conversation, Finnegan was dancing happily towards his hideout. He was mentally planning how to destroy the eggs. Suddenly, Finnegan's leg got caught in a trap set by a hunter hiding behind the bushes. The more he tried to escape, the tighter the iron noose tightened around his leg. Finnegan cried out in pain.
"Help! Is anyone there? Get me out of this trap!"
Finnegan cried out. Nearby, Willow the buyer and Percy the parrot were pecking at their grains. They heard Finnegan's voice, but stopped, remembering his past antics. Willow said,
"This is the same Finnegan who destroyed my nest last week. Let him suffer the consequences of his actions."
But Percy the parrot was a little kinder. He immediately called Clarabelle the cuckoo and Casper the crow. Clarabelle arrived and saw Finnegan's condition. Finnegan's eyes were filled with tears, his pride shattered. He pleaded,
"Clarabelle, forgive me. If the hunter comes, he'll kill me."
Casper the crow was furious, but Clarabelle calmed them all down. She said,
"Responding to evil with evil isn't bravery. We should help him."
At Clarabelle's request, all the birds united. Casper and his fellow crows began cutting the net's ropes with their strong beaks, while the smaller birds kept an eye out for the hunter's approach. After a lot of effort, they loosened the net enough for Finnegan to pull his leg out. Finnegan was free, but the filth in his heart hadn't completely washed away. He thought the birds had done this out of fear, so that he wouldn't trouble them in the future. His cunning mind considered this favor also as a weakness. One day, Clarabelle the cuckoo was returning from near Caspar's nest when Finnegan the fox appeared in her path.
Tell me, Queen Clarabelle, where are you coming from?
Finnegan asked cunningly. Clarabelle was startled, but she bravely replied,
I just went to visit Casper. He's not feeling well, so I went to check on her.
Oh,
Finnegan laughed loudly.
I understand. Then you won't be sad if I destroy Casper, the crow's nest, will you?
Saying this, Finnegan picked up a large stone and threw it towards Caspar, the crow's nest. The stone didn't hit the nest, but got stuck in a thick branch among the leaves nearby.
No, Finnegan, no. Don't destroy Casper's nest. You're not doing the right thing.
Clarabelle said in fearful and anxious pleading tones. Finnegan enjoyed seeing Clarabelle's fear even more. He picked up another, even bigger stone.
Why? Why shouldn't I destroy it? Your eggs won't fall out, will they?
Clarabelle could no longer lie. She broke down.
No, my eggs are in there too. Don't break them. I beg you for mercy.
Clarabelle pleaded in a tearful voice. Finnegan didn't listen to her.
I'll finish this whole thing right now.
Saying this, Finnegan started aiming again. He stood right below the tree with the nest so that he could easily throw the stone. Clarabelle watched helplessly. As Clarabelle's eyes, filled with tears, suddenly fell upon the first stone that Finnegan had thrown earlier, stuck between the leaves and branches near the nest, she noticed that Finnegan was standing directly beneath that stuck stone. Clarabelle immediately understood that this was a golden opportunity. Instead of being afraid, she quickly used her intelligence. Clarabelle quickly flew and started hitting the branch, on which the stone was stuck, forcefully with her wings. As the branch shook violently, the large stone, stuck between the leaves, came loose and fell rapidly, landing directly on Finnegan the fox's head.
Ouch! I'm dying! Help!
As the heavy stone fell, Finnegan cried out in pain. And he limped away in pain. Clarabelle smiled. Her cleverness had not only saved her children's lives, but also punished the oppressor. Finnegan had suffered a serious head injury and couldn't get up for several days. Meanwhile, the animals of the forest breathed a sigh of relief. When Finnegan recovered, a great change had come over him. He had realized that those who inflict pain on others ultimately suffer great pain themselves. From that day onwards, Finnegan the fox completely gave up his mischievous and troublesome ways. He apologized to everyone. All the inhabitants of the forest were very happy with this change in Finnegan.
This story teaches us helping those in need, even enemies, shows moral superiority over cruelty. Intelligence and resourcefulness can overcome physical intimidation and brute force. Cruelty eventually returns to haunt the oppressor. You reap what you sow. True respect is earned through personal behavior, not through a family's high position. Matter how bad someone's past, it is never too late to reflect and change. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Also press the bell icon.